Welcome back. I'm Juliana Rancic. New Kids on the Block, they are together again, and their fans couldn't be happier. But no doubt, those fans are not going to forget the moment in 1994 when the boys went their separate ways.
Things sort of went on hiatus from when we started to pop when I was 18 to 24. You know, a lot of regular things that people go through, I didn't get to go through those. I went through them in a very strange way with 50,000 girls screaming at me.
For nearly 10 years, the New Kids on the Block had practically grown up together in recording studios and on the road. Then in 1994, they made the decision to face the world alone.
I really thought I was most prepared to walk away from the group. I had produced hit records with my brother Mark. I was very much into music production. I wanted to act. I wanted to do other things.
With a lot of business people around you kind of controlling and showing you the path, I think they had had enough of being a tight-knit group for so many years, and they just all needed to express their individuality at that point.
We were on the road when most people are in college, like figuring out what they want to do with their life.
Yeah.
And we didn't have that time, so we had to do it when we got off the road.
For the boys, going their separate ways meant leaving Maurice Starr, the manager who'd handled them since the beginning.
He was a big part of our success.
As the success of New Kids grew, Starr became more flamboyant, often dressing like a military officer.
Here we are fighting for our lives and our integrity and trying to prove to the world that, you know, we are talented and we got something to offer. And here's our producer dressed in a general suit, trying to be what the Colonel was to Elvis.
I'm sure he probably was very, very controlling, but I think he was an industry veteran at that point and I think knew the ropes. Tried to teach it to them.
We still love Maurice like a brother, you know what I mean? And we go back, there's a great history. I think I can say that safely with everybody. You know, if we walked in here, we'd all give him a hug and we care for him.
20 years ago, it was fun. We were young, we loved what we were doing, but it was also insane. You know, there were people coming from every angle trying to make a fortune off of us. There was all this chaos and insanity going on. And I think when we stepped away from it, we found lives.
I've done so much up to, what was I, 24 years old? And it was like, yeah, just figuring out what do I do for the rest of my life.
Jonathan eventually went on to find success in the real estate business.
John's selling off 10 condos in Manhattan. He's a Donald Trump in waiting.
We were on the road for so long, we weren't able to live kind of normally and enjoy, you know, all the hard work that we put in. So me personally, I went to Boston and relaxed and enjoyed myself and made some new friends and painted my apartments.
But Jordan continued in music, eventually releasing a hit album.
The public responded very well. I mean, it was a platinum single.
Jordan might not know what to do because he hasn't been on stage in 4 years.
Joey went back to his first love, acting.
I grew up in the theater, but I never really studied, you know, seriously, and I started flying down to New York and doing that, and then I got a part in this movie called The Fantastics.
I was actually pretty happy because I got to go home and be with my son and raise him and spend a lot of time with them.
But Danny also remained in the music industry.
I did a couple solo records, but not like what we had done before.
Donnie's professional life continued to flourish, particularly as an actor.
It would be easy to play myself all the time, and probably I'd become bad at it. But to become other people, I think that's why we all kind of do this in the first place.
I had to come down, you know, from the New Kids thing and kind of figure out my life. Eventually I just started making music, and since we disbanded, I've basically gone back and forth through music and theater and TV and movies, and it's been really nice.
Joey remained in the limelight thanks to his work on Broadway and in Dancing with the Stars.
I'm like, what the hell am I doing on that show? And what made me do it in the end was professional dancers. Professional dancers are just amazing performers, and I knew I would learn from that situation.
Next, are they ready to hit the road?
A lot of old stuff, a lot of new stuff. It's going to be 3 hours of madness.
I didn't sign up for 3 hours.
And the video that swept the country. We've got it here. Plus, the text message that started it all. Why these words might deceive you.